I'm Edward Hobbs and welcome to our mid-November video. Now, delving straight into some recent debates about how the return of international travel will impact the Australian property market. Let's start today with some thoughts by Adrian Kelly from the Real Estate Institute of Australia, believing open borders and the return of international travel could bring a surge in demand and continued strong market activity through 2022. He also goes on to say it's going to have a big impact because we're going to see tourism reappearing along with the short-term accommodation. We're going to see overseas students back. They will need somewhere to live, he says. Plus, with migration again starting soon, they'll also need somewhere to live, not forgetting all those expat Australians who have been living overseas. He also says that while Australian real estate agents had already been selling properties sight unseen, he expects those stuck aboard open borders would lead to even more property sales. But according to Nera Conisby, the Ray White chief economist, the ability for Australians to go on international holidays once more could bring about the opposite. She says, in other words, as Aussies flock to leave the country, they will have less money to spend on property purchases. She says, we all know the high savings rate was one of the reasons driving the rapid price growth, as mentioned in the Australian Financial Review. Now that people can travel, she says, I think it will lead to less savings and this will impact the amount people can spend on their real estate purchases. Now, SQM research shows new home listings soared by 82% in Melbourne last month as vendors rushed back into the market after lockdowns ending before a high mortgage buffer we've spoken about does come into effect. However, Mr. Kelly says despite the influx of new properties on the market, demand will outstrip supply. Louis Christopher from SQM Research has also weighed in, but with more caution on this occasion in making such property predictions. He says forecasting is a mug's game. You've only got to look at what happened last year. I'm not going to predict whether it's the peak of the market, he says. It's certainly a strong market, and in terms of supply and affordability, we've never seen a market like this before in Australia, apart from the GFC. So how does this translate to our local property market? Well, we can say that the surge in new listings, traffic through open for inspection, somewhat has softened numbers at open for inspections. Having said this, we're still achieving wonderful results for our clients. We've got a very flexible hybrid approach to our campaigns, seeing a lot of properties sold either prior to auction or if we've got the competitive tension, we are pushing them through and capitalising under the hammer. Never before has teamwork in relation to cross-referencing been significant, and also the support of our multi-office network for our clients. Just to finish up with some key property listings, keep an eye out for number 35 Leslie Street, a high-end, beautifully renovated Edwardian home, 208 Coppin Street as well, an iconic original Federation family home with loads of accommodation which is ripe for renovation. And if you're looking for something super unique, super interesting, you can't look any further than number 12 Waterloo Place, all available in Richmond, all ready to go now. Well, that's all we've got time for today, viewers. Thanks for watching and we'll see you again in a fortnight.